The community of XRP Ripple is celebrating. The most intriguing aspect of the dates that have been posted online is that the trial against the SEC will conclude tomorrow. Unexpected, huh? After 5 arduous years of waiting, our moment of glory has finally arrived. It is impossible to ignore this bullish signal. According to experts, the price of the XRP Ripple coin may rise to 3,000. This most recent surge of enthusiasm was triggered by a tweet sent on July 14th by cryptocurrency analyst Bale. According to Bale's article, the SEC has set a crucial vote for July 17th that could lead to the complete dismissal of the lawsuit against Ripple. The proposal alone gave many XRP owners and cryptocurrency watchers new hope that a definitive solution is on the horizon. Another account, XRP Update, said that this private meeting might be the last step before the XRP case is formally concluded. This could be a historic moment for XRP, the XRP governor tweeted. The story quickly went viral on social media, stoking the community's long-standing need for resolution in a matter that has been dragging on since December 2020. However, there is a noticeable lack of proof in spite of the hype. The SEC has not publicly acknowledged that a vote on Ripple is even on the agenda, and Bale's tweet contained no link to any formal documents. More circumspect voices in the community have become skeptical as a result of such silence. Some point out that the July 17th meeting is just another Sunshine Act meeting, which is a regular feature of the SEC's internal agenda for discussing a variety of regulatory issues, frequently behind closed doors. Merle the Pearl, a user, noted that the Thursday meeting is just like any other, implying that it has nothing to do with Ripple. Some were blunter. With each Sunshine meeting, everyone has been posting this garbage every week. I'll believe it when the SEC makes the announcement. Third XRP tweeted, "Stop posting garbage for attention." He expressed anger with what many now see to be a cycle of unsubstantiated assertions that create publicity but accomplish nothing. The doubt was echoed by RocketMagsRP, who responded, "Link please." The only formal announcement on this is August 15th. As usual, it's just crazy supposition on your part. In fact, there is no indication in the SEC's records that the Ripple matter will be brought up, let alone rejected, at the hearing on July 17th. Meetings under the Sunshine Act may cover litigation strategy, but they are usually not fully publicized unless there is a pressing matter that needs to be made public. Nothing particular about Ripple is listed on the SEC's public calendar as of right now, and there hasn't been any official announcement in the federal docket suggesting a resolution is imminent. However, this does not imply that the case is no longer relevant, quite the contrary. The SEC v. Ripple case has grown to be one of the most significant court cases in the cryptocurrency sector since it started. It immediately addresses the question of whether XRP qualifies as a security, a classification that might affect hundreds of other cryptocurrency projects in addition to Ripple. Judge Analisa Torres's 2023 decision that XRP sold on public exchanges does not qualify as a security was a significant partial success for Ripple. The SEX case was severely undermined by the ruling, which also had a ripple effect on the larger cryptocurrency market. Stuart Alderoty, the top legal officer at Ripple, has been blunt about the SEX approach. He said that the SEC had lost on the facts and the law. Political theater is all that's left. That remark reflects a broader dissatisfaction among cryptocurrency businesses dealing with ambiguous and frequently uneven regulation in the U.S. The lawsuit has cast a cloud over the project's future in the U.S. market, even as Ripple has kept growing internationally and forming new alliances, especially in Asia and Latin America. Is the end in sight at last? Though not verified, it is conceivable. The community is looking for closure, and rumors like Bale's tweet suggest that the SEC may be prepared to give up on a fight it seems to be losing. However, hope and certainty are not the same thing. The July 17th rumor is still only a rumor in the absence of a docket update, a judicial order, or a public announcement by the SEC. This is the bit that has everyone talking, though. Experts and insiders aren't questioning Ripple's success in the slightest, despite the suspicions circulating and the SEC remaining silent. In fact, a lot of people think that XRP will experience a massive surge in momentum after this litigation is resolved. We are discussing rapid expansion that has the potential to shake the cryptocurrency market as a whole. You might not believe what's about to happen, but it has the potential to transform thousands of lives. Therefore, trial drama is no longer the only factor driving the frenzy surrounding XRP. The strong belief that the token is about to make a historic breakthrough is driving it. The tone on social media has changed from cautious hope to fervent belief. "You're going to become wealthy," Steph tweeted. Jack the Rippler went one step farther and asserted that a significant XRP breakout was verified. "Get ready to make a fortune." Amonix called it a gigapump incoming, while XRP Avengers predicted a huge pump, adding even more voices to the choir. This optimism is more than simply sentimental for those who have followed XRP through the highs and lows and regulatory haze. It is based on some really audacious analysis that has started to make the rounds. The Five Blairs, a well-known community figure, have one of the most talked about predictions. Their vision has stunned even the most optimistic XRP investors. Based on a $3,380 pricing per coin, he estimated that 10,000 XRP may eventually be worth $33.8 million. When he made this forecast, XRP was trading at $2. On the basis of this, he contends that if XRP starts to settle between $100 trillion and even $2 quadrillion annually, a scale that is feasible with widespread institutional adoption, its price will have to increase significantly to keep up with the demand. According to him, a 1500x increase would be a reasonable move to account for XRP's usefulness rather than pure speculation. Although this kind of forecast may appear overly optimistic at first, it is becoming more and more popular, particularly among people who have long considered XRP to be a fundamental component of the financial industry rather than merely a speculative asset. This is when Eduardo Farina's voice is useful. Farina, the creator of Alpha Lions Academy, has continuously promoted the notion that XRP is a long-term investment. In order to prepare for what he believes to be an inevitable transition in the global financial system, he stresses the need of patience and exhorts investors to acquire and hold at least 10,000 XRP, not for short-term gains. 10,000 tokens are worth slightly less than $30,000 at the current price of XRP. However, if Blair's plan comes to be, that sum might soar to more than $33